Here we go, people. The kick is underway. And the kick is into the end zone, and the returner decides to run it out. And he comes out to the 23-yard line of Carolina. On that return is like Mark Strike, the wide receiver for the Carolina Skyhawks. First and 10 at the 23-yard line. We have QB Mark Bettix comes out to the line. Looks like they're in an I formation set. 2 wide receivers and 1 tight end. And looks like the defense is going to show blitz here out of the 43, but they decide to back off. There's an out route to the top of the field, and looks like Strike comes away with the reception, picking up only 3 yards on it. My apologies, that's not Strike. That is Tristan Decisis. Decisis, sorry about that. Second and 7. Twins formation, and there's a handoff to the fullback, and he makes a man miss and picks up 6 yards on the play there. 3rd and 1 here for the Carolina Skyhawks. They are getting things underway here in the first possession here. Tight formation for the Skyhawks, coming out in a I formation. There's a 2-step drop there by Bettix. He's hit as he throws the ball and picks up the first down. I'm not sure if he really got that first down, but the referees decided to give it to him anyway. And that will be Alan Powers, the fullback, on the reception there for the Skyhawks. The London Knights comes out in 4-3 formation again as the Skyhawks are in the tight formation. There's another head off, and there's a fumble on the play. It is recovered by the guard of the Skyhawks. 6'3" Mike Powers. Good eye by him. And the London Knights almost had a turnover there, forced turnover, should I say, on that fumble. Single back Twins formation. London showing blitz. They do bring 5. There's another swing pass, and it's blowed up in the backfield, losing 3 yards on the play. Francis, that is, on the reception. Unfortunately, Francis was able to get any type of production done on that reception. London comes out in a dime formation. 4 wide receivers for the Skyhawks. Francis in the backfield with Bettix. There's a 3-step drop. Bettix is going deep across the middle of the field. He got a man wide open, and he's going 5. Touchdown for the Carolina Skyhawks as they strike first on the board. Tristan Decisis coming across the middle, runs into the referee and knocks him down. The safety looks plumb dumb there on the play. And Tristan just struts and makes sure he has the ball tucked and carried away as he strides into the end zone. Great play by the Carolina Skyhawks in their first possession of the game. I don't think I've seen Carolina that explosive ever here in the SFL, coming out and just targeting deep down the field like that. Looks great here in the first possession for the Carolina Skyhawks. And the Knights does bring pressure, and Laces is out, and the kick is good. Carolina is your away team. White helmet, white jersey, blue and red trim, red numbers. Blue pants with the lightning bolt alongside the pants. Home team is the London Knights, black helmet. Maroon and black maroon jersey, black stripes, and maroon pants with black stripes along the side. Here's the kick by the Skyhawks. And the Knights are on the return. And he gets out to the 33-yard line on that return, and it looks like the return man was 44. Jeffrey Daggs, which is the free safety. London comes out in the I formation, twins right, twins left, that is. And the Skyhawks are showing blitz. They bring 5. There's a swing pass to the receiver. And Goodspeed does make the catch and the reception, but he does not pick up any yards at all. Tackled at the line of scrimmage. Both defense comes in today's game giving up 20-plus points. The London Knights allow 50 points per game, and the Carolina Skyhawks allow 22 points per game. 4 wide receivers, shotgun, single back formation. There's a one-step drop here by the QB. Strike across the middle. There's a tumble, tip pass, and down to the ground is the ball. Incomplete pass. The London Knights only has not gained a yard thus far on this possession. And the pass was intended for Giacomo Jones, star receiver here for the London Knights. And that ball is tipped and almost intercepted by Sir Chappelle. And here's Martin once again in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. One step drop. There's a pump fake going across the middle of the field. And they say that he caught it. Langley comes away with the reception there. Ball almost tipped away by Sir Chappelle. First and 10 for the London Knights at their very own 49-yard line. 2 receivers to the top, and there's a receiver to the bottom by him. Lonesome I formation. There's a ISO to the halfback. And that's Spencer Meyer on the carry. And Spencer picks up 5 yards on the play. Martin comes in with 462 yards on the season, 2 touchdowns and 5 INTs. He has been sacked 3 times. He's in shotgun formation once again, twins that is, and the ball is caught. It only picks up 4 yards on the reception and out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It is 3rd and 1 as Jones comes away with the reception and get both feet in and steps out of bounds. That does stops the clock. Martin's underneath the center, single back formation, 4 wide receiver for the Knights. There's a handoff to Meyer, and he's stuffed in the backfield, losing a yard. And these London Knights will have to punt the ball away. Matt Campbell, the inside linebacker there on the tackle as the Skyhawks brought an inside all-out blitz to stop the run there by Meyer. Here's the punter for the Knights, Michael Pont, punting the ball away, and it's down at the 11-yard line and picked up and into the end zone. Robin Murdoch tried to get the ball before it went into the end zone, but was unfortunately to do so. And here comes Mark Beddix once again with the Skyhawks, leading 7-0 of the London Knights. Tight formation, I formation here for the Skyhawks. See if they're going to hand this ball off. And no, there's a screen pass here out to the halfback, and he picks up 9 on the play. Great run there. I'm sorry, a great run after the catch is A.J. Francis there on the screen pass, picks up 9 yards. Single back formation. ace that is for the Skyhawks here at their very own 29-yard line. There's a handoff to Francis, and Francis does pick up the first down and picks up 2 yards afterwards. 1st and 10 at Carolina's 32-yard line. Mark Bettix comes into the night's games with with 349 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 4 INTs. And strong formation. Handoff here to Francis. Runs one guy over and he's hit by a gang of Knights. Picking up only 2 yards on the play. Let's get a name of that cement truck that hit Francis as he tried to come out of the backfield. And that was Byron Cartwright, the defensive end here for the Knights. 1-step drop here by Bettix. Looks like there's a swing pass out to Francis, and Francis puts his head down and picks up 7 yards on the play. Makes it 5 yards, that is. 3rd and 3 for the Carolina Skyhawks. There's a look at Francis in the backfield. Let's see if Carolina's going to give it to him. And they come out in a strong formation, twins. Receivers to the top of the field. 1 tight end, and he's going out on a route and pass across the middle of the field, and that's blowed up. Knights are not having that stuff across the middle. 97 Clifford Lawton, outside linebacker, comes away with the breakup of that pass by Bettix. And the Carolina Skyhawks will have to punt this ball away. As I stated, both teams comes in giving up 20 or more points. The London Knights allow 261 yards a game, and the Carolina Skyhawks allow 393 yards a game. And the return man doesn't get anywhere on that. And London will come out 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Offenses for both teams. London average about 24 points per game. Average yards per game for the London Knights is 301 yards, 231 passing, 70 yards rushing. London Knights has a total of 5 turnovers on the season. Split back formation, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends in on the play. There's the handoff to Mayer, and Mayer picks up 5 yards on the carry. Brought down by, looks like 99, Jay Boat, outside linebacker for the Skyhawks. Everyone in the chats, make sure you hit that like button, as it does helps the league out here with, on YouTube. There's a handoff to Mayer, and Payow, man, he got hit wrapped. Number 99 goes by the name of Jay Boat, outside linebacker, not playing and giving up business. What a play there by Boat on Mayer. Knocking Mayer 2-3 feet back, or should I say yards, that is. 4 wide receivers set here for the London Knights. Looks like the play is being audible. There's a pass across the middle of the field. It is caught. He picks up only 6 yards on the reception. And that was Tony Adamson on the catch. And Michael Martin was in the shotgun. It looks like he didn't like what he see and made it audible. It looks like London is going to go for it here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They're in the punt formation. There's the punt. And the return man looks like he will be able to make the return and picks up a few yards. Looks like he picks up about 4, that is. 1st and 10 for the Carolina Skyhawks at Carolina's 28-yard line. First and 10 for the Skyhawks at the 28. There's a 3-step drop by Bettix. Pass across the field to the receiver. And that was Jalen Miller. on the reception, picks it up another first down for the Skyhawks. Take a look at this pass and catch. There's Miller on the out route there, able to pick up the first down as he cuts up field. Watch how he plant his feet here. Cuts it up. That's how you do it, folks. There's a 5-step drop by Bedex. Screen pass out to Francis, and Francis picks up 6 yards on the reception. Mark Bedex 103 yards and Michael Martin 26 yards on the day. These London Knights defense is going to have to come away and get a takeaway here to stop these Skyhawks. But Skyhawks looks like they're playing pretty safe here with a lot of these out routes and screen pass. I formation bunch here for the Skyhawks, and there's a delay handoff to Francis, and Francis is jacked and racked up in the backfield, hit at the line of scrimmage. And this time it's by number 99 by the Knights. Slin Shady goes his name, inside linebacker. Third and 4 for the Skyhawks. There's another swing pass, this time out to the fullback, and he picks up maybe a yard or two. 4th and 2 for the Skyhawks. Looks like they'll be punting this away. Powers, that is, on the reception. And Powers was brought down by a gang of Skyhawks. I'm sorry, a gang of Knights. Looks like the Skyhawks are going to try to attempt to go for this. If they're in the single back F wings formation, maybe they're going to try to draw in the offsides here by the Knights. And it looks like the Knights are not going to fall for this one. They're going to pretty much be disciplined on this defensive stand as they're showing a 3-4 front, and Carolina has to call a timeout. Klein and Bedex having words on the sideline. Carolina gets ready to set the punt, send the ball away with the punt here. Punter Mike Johnson will be kicking it away to the London Knights. There's the punt, fair catch called at the 17-yard line of the Knights. As a look at Michael Martin, he needs to get things going here for the Knights in order for them to be able to be progressive in this game. They need to be more progressive on this drive here and get on the other side of the 50. They have not crossed the 50-yard line thus far in this game, and they're at their very own 17-yard line. 3 wide receiver bunch at the top of the field, and Mayer in the backfield by himself. There's a handoff to Mayer, makes one man miss, and he breaks another tackle, and he's tackled at the 29-yard line of London. And it looks like 29 AJ, I'm sorry, not 29. Looks like Kip Edwards, that is, was on the tackle. Actually, that was Payer Dula on the tackle there for the Skyhawks. End of the first quarter, folks. We're start of the second quarter here. Carolina Skyhawks up 7-0 over the London Knights. First and 10 for the London Knights at their very own 29-yard line. Looks like they're in the same formation. Will they be going for the same play here? 3 wide receivers at the top of the screen. There's a tight end at the bottom. Same play looks like to me. There's a handoff and a spin move to my ear, and he's jacked up as he's hit by Giovanni Boat, strong safety for the Skyhawks. And they're exchanging words. My ear and Luyendula. London comes out in a 4 wide receiver set. Single back formation. There's a handoff to Mayer once again, and he picks up 3 yards on the play. 3rd and 1 for the London Knights. I gave you the offensive stats for the London Knights. Here's Carolina's. Carolina comes in averaging at 15 points a game, 342 yards passing. There's a ISO handoff to Mayer, and Mayer loses a yard on the play. I'm sorry, he gains a yard, but he does not get the first down. 4th and 1 for the Knights. Let's see if they try to go for this or even try to draw the Carolina Skyhawks offside. It looks like they're going to punt the ball away. They send out the punter, Michael Pont. And as I was stating, Carolina comes in averaging at 15 points a game, 342 yards total, 174 passing, 168 rushing. And there's the return out to the 32-yard line. I thought he was going to fair catch that thing, but he decided to make the return on it. So both of these teams have 4 or more turnovers so far on the season. Carolina has 4, and the London Knights has 5. They have not had a turnover here in this game. There's a pass across the field. Looks like to the tight end. And Greg Richardson, the tight end, on that reception there, picking up 7 yards on the play. Great read there by Bedex to catch the tight end across the middle of the field, wide open on that end route. And for some reason, the Carolina Skyhawks love the single back F-wing Jokers formation, and they're in it probably for the 4th time this game. There's a handoff to Francis, and he doesn't pick up a yard at all. As Francis is brought down at the line of scrimmage by outside linebacker Garrett Rowland Sr. Twins formation, single back is Carolina. The London Knights are showing a 4-3. Looks like they're going to drop back in zone, only bringing 4. There's an out route here by Carolina. And the pass is caught, and he did not get the first down, that is, they're saying, which was Tristan DeCesis on that reception. I was just about to say, if I was Carolina, I would challenge this because it does look like he did get the ball on the opposite side of the marker. Let's see here on the replay. Yeah, if you ask me, it looks like he got across. There's the ball there. He got across right before he went out of bounds. Great challenge there by James Klein, as he should win this. If not, that means London is paying off the refs. And they do overturn the ruling on the field. Second quarter for the Atlanta and Sioux Falls game. Atlanta is up 7-3 over Sioux Falls. And we're in the second quarter, 8 minutes and 30 seconds here. Skyhawks up 7-0. They're in the F Jokers formation once again. And here's a 5-step drop by Bedex. Screen pass out to Francis. Runs a guy over upfield. And he makes another miss. And he's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. AJ Francis with a truck move and scamper right afterwards as he picks up the first down for the Carolina Skyhawks and gets on the opposite side of the 50-yard line and gets his team in scoring territory. Here's the run over here. It looks like 36 that was. Let's get a name on that guy. And he's tackled by Slim Shady, who came across the other side of the field. Julius Nicholson, cornerback for the London Knights, will remember the license plate of AJ Francis, number 29. I formation bunch. Here we are. There's a counter play here to Francis, and Francis is tackled in the backfield by Slim Shady, along with the guy Francis ran over on the previous play. Julius Nicholson came back to redeem himself on that last play. Nicholson looks like he's fired up and he's ready to go. 4 wide receiver set. The defense is in a dime formation. 5-step drop is Bedex. Tipped and knocked down by Kane Vasquez. Strong safety here for the London Knights. And 3rd and 11 for Carolina. Nice defensive stand there or nice, should I say, nice defensive play by the London Knights, because they did have not stand and forced the Carolina Skyhawks to punt the ball away as of yet. Oklahoma City, St. Louis. St. Louis is up 14-7 in there as they get ready to end the fourth quarter, the first quarter that is. 4 wide receivers, and Francis in the backfield with the shotgun with Bedex. Francis helping on the block. There's a INT! INT across the middle of the field. What a one-handed grab by the strong safety, Kane Vasquez. Oh, my apologies. That is Jeffrey Daggs, not Vasquez, the free safety. Look at this one-hand extended catch here on the INT as he takes this thing away from Bedex, and the pass was intended to the receiver of Tristan DeCesis. London now has the ball at their very own 20-yard line. First and 10, 2 wide receivers and a tight end on the play. And the tight end goes out on the route. And there's a pass to the tight end. It is incomplete. Pass broken up by Sir Chappelle. London comes out in an I formation, and Carolina, like they're showing blitz to the left outside linebacker. Let's see if he comes. And he does come in on the blitz, and he helps with that blitz for the defensive line and the inside linebackers to get pressure to bring down Meyer, as Meyer is stopped and flushed at the line of scrimmage. Great defense there by the Carolina Skyhawks, as they do not allow the London to move the ball. There's a look at the inside linebacker for Carolina, Matt Campbell. Four wide receivers with trips to the top of the field is Michael Martin, and he's going across the middle of the field, has him in wide open, and it's a catch, and he picks up the first down. Pass is caught by wide receiver Andre Godspeed, who is the #1 receiver here for the London Knights. As he come across the middle there, as we look at here on the replay screen, and once he caught the ball, he turned right upfield and tried to pick up extra yardage, which he did, and he was able to pick up maybe about 3 yards extra. Great play by Godspeed. London comes out in the same formation, trips to the top of the field, receiver down to the bottom. Martin here now on a 3-step drop, looking towards his progression, and that ball is almost tipped and intercepted by Giovanni Boat, the strong safety here for Carolina. Almost comes away with an INT of his own. London comes out in a 3 wide receiver set, 2 to the top of the field, 2 running backs in the backfield with the quarterback Martin, as he goes through his progression, looks towards an out route, and the receiver runs backwards, losing, I would say he may have lost 4 yards on that as he ran backwards. 3rd and 7, only picking up 3 yards on the play. London has not crossed the 50-yard line thus far in this game, and we're in midway here in the second quarter. London comes out in another trips formation to the top of the screen. Meyer set in the backfield as Martin is in the shotgun. No tight end on the play. And Carolina does bring a blitz, and they're going deep. And there's an INT for the Carolina Skyhawks. Let's get a name on that guy who came away with the INT, and that looks like Pierre Loyendola. Loyendola played a perfect zone play here as he was in a deep cover 3 route of his own and came away with the INT. Not sure what Martin was looking at on that pass. And that's why Martin is one of the leading quarterbacks that's why Martin is one of the leading quarterbacks that throws picks in this league this season. Here's a handoff to Francis, and he jukes right and picks up another 2 yards. Carolina has crossed the 50-yard line once again, and they're at the 49-yard of the London Knights. Skyhawks comes out I formation, twins to the bottom of the field. London in a 4-3 formation. They bring a blitz on the outside linebacker to the top. Francis makes a man miss and picks up a yard on the play. 3rd and 5 for the Skyhawks. And it looks like Francis was brought down by Vasquez. Strong safety coming up to make a play. There's another look at Vasquez as he's set to get himself and the rest of his team going on 3rd and 5. See if they can force Carolina to punt the ball. Skyhawks comes out with 4 wide receivers. There's a swing pass to Francis. Francis tried to run the guy over, but unfortunately did not come away with the truck. Donnie Mack, cornerback for London, comes away with the tackle, allowing the Skyhawks only to pick up 1 yard on the play. Carolina will have to bring out the punt team, and Mike Johnson will have to punt it away. Carolina is set to punt the ball away. Here's the punt. And the ball bounces at the 8-yard line. There's another bounce, and it's caught. Let's see. Slid into the end zone. London will receive the ball at the 20-yard line. 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in the first half of this game. Skyhawks are still up 7-0. It has been a quiet one thus far, but great defensively. INTs for both teams. There's a look at Michael Martin here for the London Knights as he brings his team out to the line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line. 3 wide receivers, trips, bunch to the bottom of the field. Looks like good speed at the top there by himself. And my ears in the backfield with Martin as well. Carolina brings pressure. Martin is under pressure. Tackled and sacked by David Gibbs, defensive end, number 75 for the Carolina Skyhawks. Comes away with a big sack. 8-yard loss on the play. This is not looking good for London, as they're now at their very own 12-yard line. It comes out in the same formation. Is this like the only formation they have is just these shotgun trips? Martin takes a 1-step drop, going across the middle of the field. There's a catch by Godspeed, and he picks up 8 yards on the reception. So London does picks up the yard loss on that sack by Gibbs. And here's Godspeed, which is a nice looking receiver, man. This guy here is looking really well. I think he has about 3 receptions so far in this game. London once again trips to the bottom, Godspeed to the top. My ear in the backfield helping out, and there's another hit on Martin. This time by Christopher Colon. Or Cologne, shall I say. Christopher Cologne comes away with the pressure and a hit on Martin. And Martin was unable to be successful on that pass as he was trying to make. And London will have to send out the punt team, and Ponk will have to come out and punt the ball away. There's the punt. And Carolina is going to return it. And he has space. There's a spin move, but he's hit and brought down by a gang of Knights at the London 44-yard line. And it looked like the man who came away with the tackle was Jeffrey Daggs, free safety. The Carolina Skyhawks has had great field possession all of this game. And as we're coming down close to the 2-minute mark with 3:04 left in the half, let's see if Carolina can put more pressure on London and see about getting in scoring range and maybe get in the end zone or either kick a field goal. And there's a handoff to Francis, and Francis bounces outside and picks up 3 yards before he's brought down. And it looked like Francis was brought down by Garrett Rowland Sr., that is. Couldn't see if it was 42 or 43. It may have been Vasquez on the tackle. And London looks like they're showing blitz out of this 4-3. The handoff to A.J. Francis down to the bottom of the screen. Picks up 1 yard, and he's brought down by Jeffrey Daggs. Coming up from the free safety spot to make that tackle. Great job for not allowing A.J. Francis to bounce outside and pick up a gang of yards. There's a look at Bettix, the veteran here for Carolina. 4 wide receivers. Francis in the backfield along with Bettix in the shotgun. 2-step drop by Bettix. He's pressured. There's a pass and catch across the middle of the field. And that was Tristan once again, as Tristan has 4 receptions for 84 yards and 1 touchdown. I think the only target other than Tristan by the Skyhawks has been tight end, Greg Richardson. I don't think Bettix has targeted anyone else so far this game. 2-minute warning. 4 wide receivers. No tight ends on the play. Single back formation is Francis. Bettix on a 5-step drop. Going through his progression. Got a man across the middle of the field. And that was to the fullback Powers, who comes away with a nice reception. Great route by Powers coming out of the from the wide receiver set. Twins left is the Carolina Skyhawks. Strong I formation. There's a handoff to A.J. Francis up the middle. He has blockers and he picks up 8 yards. A.J. Francis on a gang of 8. Francis has pretty much been the #1 target for Carolina as well. And he's been doing his job as running the ball also. Single back F-wing jokers here for Carolina once again. Another handoff to Francis. ISO up the middle of the field, and he's hit and brought down, and they're going to run a no huddle. Looks like they're going to stay in the same formation. Let's see if they audible. No, they do not. And Bettix goes down. Bettix goes down. Sack Jamie McDonald up the middle. Just a rip move on the center. And the center for Carolina, Roger Kidd, was unable to stop McDonald from coming in. McDonald just got, it wasn't no stunt or nothing, just got good pressure and a good jump on the play. And Carolina's going to have to settle for a field goal. Ezekiel Klein comes in and gets himself ready to kick. Let's see if London is going to bring pressure. And they do, and the kick is up. Laces is out, and the kick is good from 31. That was pretty much a chip shot there for Klein. And the Carolina Skyhawks goes up 10-0 over the London Knights as they're hosting Carolina here in London. Carolina set to kick the ball away, and there's the kick. And London will have the ball 1st and 10 at their very own 29-yard line. It is 43 degrees and cloudy tonight here in London with the wind at 12 miles per hour. And that's pretty cold weather to be playing ball, and I'm glad I'm up here in the booth where it's nice and warm. London comes out once again in a 4 wide receiver set. Bunches to the top. Godspeed to the bottom of the field. There's a handoff to Meyer. Not sure why they're running the ball with 38 seconds left. Now London has to force a timeout. Not sure why they did not go for the pass. There's 40-something seconds left on the clock in the half. You have to go in the air. We cannot afford to run the ball here. You're on your own side of the 50-yard line. That's just poor play calling by London. Martin comes out with 3 wide receivers, split formation. Excuse me. And there's another handoff to Meyer, and he's stuffed in the backfield. And this time he's brought down by Christopher Cologne once again. Three wide receiver set for the London Knights, and there's a two-step drop by Martin. Yeah, looks like he does a swing pass out to Mayer, and I guess they pretty much were trying to play it safe here, London that is, as the clock ticks down, and we're now at the half. See you guys later at the start of the second. All right, folks, we're back here in the second half with 22 minutes left of football. Once again, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Devon Simmons, here on the SFL Network here on YouTube. After the next 22 minutes, I'll be out of your hands. You'll have to worry about hearing me for another week or so. As Carolina gets set to kick the ball away, London will return for the second half. And there's the return man there at the 10-yard line. And he's out towards the 30. Dags on the return out to the 30-yard line. Great return there by Dags. Getting London in great field possession. Oklahoma City 13, St. Louis 17. As they're just about to end the second quarter with 1 minute and 49 seconds left over on that game. Three wide receiver set here for London. Good speed to the bottom. I formation are the running backs. Handoff here to Mayer up the middle of the field. Looks like an ISO. He picks up 5 yards on the carry. Mayer was brought down by Sir Chappelle on that play. Chappelle coming up from the free safety to land the wood on Mayer, not allowing him to get any further on the play. Martin has a passing rating of 39.3. I'm sorry, folks, but you cannot win a ball game with that type of passing rating. Another trips formation here for London, and Mayer is tackled in the backfield at the line of scrimmage. And Phil Hall comes away with the tackle on the outside linebacker. London once again trips to the bottom of the field. Good speed is ahead of the pack. Mayer in the backfield with Martin. Carolina in a dime formation, going deep, and that pass is intended for Langley, but it's tipped away. And that was Sir Chappelle on the deflection. I'm sorry, I couldn't see if it was Sir Chappelle or was it Pierre Luyendula. Please inform me which one it was in the chat. London will have to punt the ball away as they send Michael Pond out once again. The Punt is up, and looks like Carolina will return this, and the return man is it as soon as he catches the ball. And that was Mark Strike on the return receiver for Carolina. Unfortunately, to pick up any type of yards, and Carolina will start this second half here at their very own 26-yard line. Let's see if Carolina can get the ball moving. Carolina was able to get a touchdown in the first quarter on their first possession, and a 5-step drop here by Bettix, and out to Francis, and Francis is knocked out. Julius Nicholson, you ought to be out of your mind. I'm lost of words on that tackle. My goodness, Francis. I'm excited to see Francis was able to get up after that hit. My goodness. Nicholson just have no remorse for humankind. There's another handout to Francis, and he picks up the first down, picks up 3 yards on the carry. Carolina comes out 1st and 10 at their very own 37-yard line, that is. And looks like Bettix is getting pressured, and Bettix is brought down on a sack here by Carolina. And Yale Rusanik, which is the defensive end, comes away with the sack, and he gets up kissing and flexing his muscles. What pressure. Wow. Rusanik came in, and he was just able to get great pressure on Bettix. And Carolina's looking at 2nd and 16. 2-step drop by Bettix. Swing pass to Francis. Not sure why they went to that play there, but they didn't come away with anything on that play. Third and 16 for the Carolina Skyhawks. Trips bunch to the bottom of the field. Francis in the backfield with Bettix, and Bettix on a 3-step drop. He's getting pressured, going deep across the middle of the field, and that pass is picked off. Looks like by Dags. Dags comes away with an INT on Mark Bettix. As I stated earlier, these two quarterbacks are known for throwing picks, and both of them has thrown picks today in this game. Dags comes away with an INT, a nice return, and looks like he does get London on the opposite side of the 50. And yes, he does. He does get on the other side of the 50, which looks like they're going to be at maybe the 47-yard line or so. Let's take a look. They're at the 46-yard line of Carolina. Michael Martin, you got to do something, son, to get your team in the end zone or get some points on the board here. The defense is playing outstanding here in the second half, getting the ball for you and thus forth. 3 wide receiver, and Martin is sacked. This is Sack City. There's a foul by the defender, and it's your man once again, Matt Campbell, the inside linebacker, coming in on the inside blitz. And Martin, like, he's a little upset that the O-line is not doing their job and blocking the inside linebacker who came in the blitz. Trips formation once again. And it looks like Carolina does bring pressure again. This time the pass to the out route to the top of the field. And Tony Adamson comes away with the reception. 3rd and 11 for London at their very own, at Carolina's 47-yard line. So they're 1 yard back from where the ball was after the INT by Dags. 4 wide receiver set once again for London. Meyer in the backfield. Goes across the middle of the field. That ball is deflected by Trevette Tobe for Carolina. The non-contract free safety. Nice play there by Trevette. Guy is playing for a contract. London is set to punt the ball away once again, and there's the punt. And the return man decides not to return it. And the ball is down at the 5-yard line of Carolina. Great play there by the special teams. And that was Michael Pont, who we just took a look at, the punter there. And the Carolina offense comes out on the field. London is set and ready to go to defense. Let's see if they bring pressure to try to pin Carolina back towards the goal line. And London does look like they're showing blitz here at the end of 4-3. And there's a handoff to Francis. And Francis goes straight up the middle on an ISO and picks up the first down. Great play call there by Carolina as London was bringing pressure. And the pressure ran right by A.J. Francis as he goes right up the middle to pick up the first down. A.J. Francis, 17 carries, 2.5 yards a carry, 45 yards from the ground. F-wing jokers once again for Carolina. There's a two-step drop there by Bettick. Swing pass to A.J. Francis, and Francis picks up 4 yards, that is, on the reception. Francis is brought down by Kane Vasquez, a strong safety. There's another look at Vasquez there, who's been pretty active coming up inside the box, making tackles on the run game and on the screens. Looks like this is an I formation spread, or it could be an I formation tight end. Looks like that is the tight end in the slot. I really can't tell. Two-step drop here by Bettick as he goes through his progression. He's going to take off with it, picks up the first down, makes a spin move, and he's knocked in the face by 23, Donnie Mack, the cornerback for the London Knights. But give it up for Bettick for taking it away and scrambling and picking up the first down and taking a lick across the chin from Mack. I formation twins. Here's Carolina, 2 tight ends on the play. Francis deep back. There's a handoff here to Francis, and he's brought down by Cliff Lawton, outside linebacker here for London. I formation tight. There's another screen pass here for Francis. And Francis picks up a yard or 2. He's brought down by a gang of Knights. Here's Bettick in the shotgun, another out route to the top of the screen, and the reception is good, but the man couldn't stay in bounds. Unable to stay in bounds for Carolina, and Carolina will have to send out the punt team. London comes out at the 49-yard line in a 3 wide receiver set. Looks like they're in a bar formation. Here's an ISO up the middle of the field to Meyer, and Meyer picks up 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1. Spencer Meyer comes into today's game on 51 carries with 129 yards on the season, with no touchdowns on the ground. He does have one in the air. There's Meyer once again picking up the first down for the London Knights, and London are now at the 38-yard line of Carolina. First and 10 for London. Trips to the bottom of the field. There's a handoff to Meyer, and Carolina brings pressure. And Meyer only doesn't pick up a yard at all. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Campbell comes in on the tackle from the outside linebacker position. Three wide receiver set. 2 backs in the backfield with Martin, and Martin's on a 2-step drop. Goes to the bottom of the field to Goodspeed, picks up 3 yards on the reception. And Goodspeed is tackled as soon as he caught the ball and knocked out of bounds by the non-contract Kip Edwards. Everyone in the chats, please make sure you slap that like button for us here for the SFL on YouTube. Trips to the bottom of the field. Goodspeed leading the pack up front. And there's a man across the middle of the field, and that pass is caught, but not enough to pick up the first down. Matt Campbell once again comes away with the tackle as he's had 7 and 2 for loss on the day. And it looks like Adamson was the receiver who comes away with that reception. In London, it looks like they're going to bring out the field goal unit to try to get things going here on the scoreboard for London. And the kicker for London is Zach Daggs, which is a contract player. And there's a snap. There's a bobble with it. He gets the laces out, and the kick is up. And the 48-yard field goal is good. Straight down the middle by Zach Daggs. Daggs came in and booted that thing away. Looks like Daggs probably could have got another 2 yards on that thing. Could have had a 50 bomber. Booted away, Daggs. Carolina is set and ready for the return. And here's Strike. Returning from the goal line, and he's out to the 25-yard line. Carolina will start 1st and 10 here at the 25. 24 seconds here left in the 3rd quarter. Bedex brings his troops out to the line of scrimmage in an I formation pro. 2 tight ends and 2 tight ends. I'm sorry, 2 tight ends and 2 receivers. That is, A.J. Francis gets the handoff, picks up only 1 yard on the play, and Francis is brought down for only picking up 1 yard. And that looks like Garrett Rowland Sr. on the tackle, the outside linebacker. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter, folks. 11 minutes left in this ball game as the Skyhawks are up 10-3 over the London Knights. Carolina comes out in a twin formation to the bottom of the screen. Soaring strong by the running backs. There's a 2-step drops by Bedex. Swing pass out to the fullback Powers, and Powers only picks up 1 yard before he's blowed up after making that reception. And it looks like Nicholson once again comes away with the tackle. Nicholson has been laying some wood after that the play he was ran over by A.J. Francis, and Wood has just redeemed himself on the defensive side of the ball. And here's Beddix in the shotgun going deep across the middle of the field. That pass is deflected by Daggs and intended for Miller, but Daggs was unable to come away with the INT, and the ball was deflected and unable to be catched by anyone. And Carolina has to set for the punt. There's a snap. London does not bring any pressure whatsoever. And here's the return man, and he's tackled as soon as he catches the punt. London comes out in shotgun formation, empty. 4 wide receivers and a tight end on the formation. And Martin takes a 3-step drop, gets a little pressure, and the pass is thrown and caught. Looks like by Goodspeed, or Godspeed, shall I say. And Godspeed has been like the #1 target for this team, besides Meyer coming out of the backfield. And here's the pressure once again by Carolina, and Godspeed was able to get the reception, as he had Pierre Luyendula smothering him like a pork chop as he was trying to make that reception. 3 wide receivers set once again for London in a weak I formation, and there's an I formation. I'm sorry, ISO to Meyer up the middle, and he's brought down in the backfield. Looks like he just got to the line of scrimmage, and he's tackled by Cologne. Second and 10 for London in a 3 wide receiver formation. Strong eye this time. 2-step drop and out route to Goodspeed, but that is out of bounds. 3rd and 10 for the Knights. It seems as if London is just loving these out routes, and they're not taking much chances going deep as they tried to in the first half, in the first quarter, shall I say. And when due to that INT that Martin threw, pretty much looks like they're staying away and trying to go deep. Martin comes out in another trips to the bottom. Good Godspeed to the top of the field all by his lonesome. Meyer in the backfield this time to give help on the pressure. And there's the pass, and it is deflected away by Pierre Luyendota. Great pass coverage there by Pierre, and to come away with the deflection. And London has to punt the ball away. There's the punt here by London as they're down by 7 points. We'll see if Carolina take advantage of the defensive stop and see if Carolina can get the ball into the end zone and make it another 2-possession game. And here we have Carolina comes out in a 3 wide receiver set. Strong formation is the running backs. Defense is in a nickel formation, and there's a handoff to Francis, and Francis is met right at the 24-yard line and tackled and brought down by Garrett Rowland Sr., the outside linebacker for the London Knights, as he has been very active today, putting in work. London comes out once again in a 43 formation. Looks like they're showing blitz here to the bottom of the field to the right outside linebacker as There's a 5-step drop here by Beddick. Screen pass to Francis, and Francis picks up the first down, and the clocks continue to move. 8 minutes and 32 seconds left in the game. Here's the replay. Francis was left all alone. No one was covering him. There's no one in the field until he picks up 7 yards downfield. Another 3 wide receiver set here for Carolina. I formation. Defense is in a nickel, and Francis is hit right at the line of scrimmage and brought down after picking up 1 yard. It looks like he's brought down by a host of Knights, and that was Brian Collier and Jamie McDonald, both from the defensive line, come away with the tackle. They will get a tackle apiece. There's a look at Tristan. There's a 2-step drop here by Beddick. That pass is nearly intercepted by the Knights as this was tipped, and A.J. Francis was injured on the play. A.J. Francis is injured on the play, and he has been the bread and butter here for Carolina thus far this game, who has been keeping the ball moving. And let's see how Carolina handles this injury. There's a look at Slim Shady of the Knights. Carolina comes out now in a 4 wide receiver set. Single back formation is the running back. And a 2-step drop here by Beddick. He gets pressured and brought down. And here's a sack by the Knights defense. Charles Swan, the defensive tackle. And Carolina has to punt this ball away. 4th and 11. Let's see if the Knights can come away with some type of progression on the offensive side. Their defense has been playing pretty good this far. There's a punt there by Carolina. 7 minutes left in this ball game, people. As Carolina is up 10-7. If London can get the ball moving, they can tie this game up. And I believe once London tie this game up, they may come away with the momentum. As A.J. Francis was injured on Carolina's last possession. That has to hurt them as a team. The Knights comes out and 3 wide receivers, 2 backs in the backfield with the quarterback in the shotgun, and Martin has protection going across the middle of the field, and there's a reception by the receiver. And that is Charlie Balmer was the tight end. And he got right behind the linebackers, and Martin throws a strike as the defensive back tries to deflect it and was unable to do so. My apologies. That was Boat. The strong safety tried to come up and knock that ball away as Palmer made the reception. 3 wide receiver set once again. Looks like they're in the same formation. Another time across, once more going across the middle of the field. This time to the bottom of the screen to the receiver, Giacomo Jones, who comes away with the reception. And now the London Knights are in scoring territory inside the red zone at the 12-yard line. They call it the 13. London now has the momentum. This Carolina Skyhawks defense looks pretty forensic as they're showing blitz down to the bottom of the field by the left outside linebacker. They're in the 4-3. They only brings 4, getting pressured, and that pass is out of bounds. Intended for my ear. Cologne getting pressure there on Martin. This London Knights offensive line has to pick up the pressure for this Carolina defense, as Carolina has been pressuring Martin all game long, as we know. Looks like London comes out in the same formation. I would have flipped it to the top of the field, but instead they have it to the bottom with the deuce receivers, and there's a pass out to the fullback, Joe Gates. I'm sorry, that's the tight end, Joe Gates. who comes away with the reception, picking up 3 yards only. 3rd and 7. London needs to get a first down or either get into the end zone. There's a look at Hall, the defensive end, who had a sack earlier in the game. 3 wide receivers set. Far formation, that split back formation of the running backs. And across the middle is Godspeed. Does he pick up the first down? No, 4th and inches. He did not pick up the first down. Let's see if London is going to go for this thing. Let's see here what London does. And London calls out the kicking team, the field goal unit, as Zach Daggs gets ready to kick this thing away. If it was me, I would have go for it. There's a snap. It's bobbled in the snap. The kick is good from 20 yards as Zach Daggs gets his celebration on. 4 minutes and 56 seconds left in the game. Let's see if London's going to go for an onside or they're going to kick it deep. Looks like they're not going to kick an onside kick. They're going to kick it deep. The hands team is not on the field. And there's the kick by the left-hander. And Street gets a spin move, and he's popped and knocked down at the 28-yard line. Hit right in the mouth by the London Knights special team. That was a great call by London down there in the red zone on the pass to Goodspeed. I thought that he may have came away with the first down, but he just was inches away from doing so. Nickel formation is the defense as the offense comes out and 4 wide receivers and a tight end. And they hand off to Francis, and Francis picks up 3 yards on the carry. And the clock is still moving. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. Carolina's up 10-6. Carolina comes out in I formation, twins. Both receivers are down to the bottom of the field. And London showing blitz from the inside linebacker. And he brings pressure. Handoff to A.J. Francis, and the pressure runs right by him, and Francis picks up 6 yards on the play. As Carolina is now 3rd and 2 at the 26. I formation, tight jokers jokers for the Carolina Skyhawks. Looks like London is bringing pressure to the top of the field. There's a counter, and jacked up is Francis in the backfield. He loses a yard. Looks like by the defensive end, Slim Shady, who comes away with the big tackle and forces Carolina to have to punt the ball away. Here's Johnson as he comes out to punt it. Let's see if London can keep the momentum going on offense and get back into the red zone and maybe in the end zone, because 3 is not going to win the ball game. There's the punt. They bring pressure, almost blocked by the special teams of London. There's the return by Daggs. There's a spin move, and Daggs is brought down by a host of Skyhawks. And the Knights comes out and a trip to the top of the field. He's getting pressure, going across the middle of the field. There's Godspeed once again on the reception to the 10-yard line. And they finally target their star receiver deep across the middle as he picks up a host of yards on that reception and catch. Just beat the cornerback on an on a post route to the inside, and Boat was unable to come away to track him down right at the catch, and he has to run him down to the 10, or should I say the 12-yard line. London once again in the red zone. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the field as they're in the shotgun with my ear in the backfield. And there's an out route once again, and this time it is to the receiver, Giacomo Jones, who comes away with the reception. London is knocking on the door at Carolina's 4-yard line. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. If they can hurry up and get the play off before the 2-minute warning, that would be awesome. I formation. There's the handoff to my ear. My ear spin move, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. My ear on the inside ISO run right up the middle in the heart of Carolina. And their hearts is ripped right out of their chest by the London Knights offense and their running back, Spencer Meyer. What a spin move by Meyer. As I'm looking back on the play. Wow, what a spin move. And Zach Daggs is set and ready to go for the extra point. And there's the snap. Laces are out. Carolina almost came away. They came away with pressure. Could have came away with the block. And the Knights goes up 13-10 over the Skyhawks. 2 minutes and 1 second left in this game. We haven't even reached the 2-minute warning yet. If you're interested in other SFL action, you have Atlanta taking on Sioux Falls, as Sioux Falls has taken the lead with 4 field goals in the game, going up 12-10 over the Atlanta Swarm. Here's the return here by Strike, and there's a spin move, and he's knocked down to the 23-yard line by Matthew Jobs, the tight end for the Knights on special teams. Here's a look at Bettix for Carolina. Let's see if he can get his team moving after A.J. Francis was injured. Looks like Francis is back in the game, as Carolina comes out with 4 wide receivers, and Francis is back in the game. There's a pass across the middle of the field. It's deflected away by the inside linebacker. And that's free safety. Sorry about that. Samuel Cassidy comes away with a deflection. As a look at Bob Klein, who has been pretty quiet today, should I say. 2-minute warning, and Carolina comes out and he trips to the top of the field. Single receiver to the bottom. Francis in the backfield all by himself. And Knights comes with pressure, and there's a swing pass to Francis. He picks up 2 yards, and Carolina calls a timeout. 1 minute and 48 seconds left in this ball game, which is a lot of time. This ball game is not over yet. The Knights were down 10-0 and came away and scored 13 unanswered points here in the 4th quarter to get things rolling for their team. The defense has been playing outstanding thus far, knocking A.J. Francis out of the game in the 3rd quarter. There's a pass, and there's a bobbled around, and there's a penalty on the play. They might get Carolina here with intentional touching. Looks like he threw that towards the one of the offensive linemen. Let's see. Yeah, looks like a legal procedure. Yep, illegal touching forward pass. Ball was touched, or should I say, Bettix threw the ball towards Mike Powers, the guard for the Carolina Skyhawks. 4th and 8. Let's see if Carolina's going to go for it. Looks like they are. Offense is still on the field, and Carolina's in desperate needs of a first down here. They come out with 4 wide receivers set to and 3 to the top, and a single receiver to the bottom of the field. Francis in the backfield with Bettix, who's in the shotgun. The Knights are in a nickel formation. There's an out route to the top of the field, and there's a first down for Carolina. And the receiver did get out of bounds. Let's see who's on the reception. Looks like Jalen Miller, the contract receiver here for Carolina, comes away with a catch on the out route and turns upfield. London was in a cover 4, And they come out in a cover 2, looks like now. 3 wide receiver for Carolina. 2-step drop by Bettix. Side-on pass across the middle of the field. And there's a catch by, looks like Miller again. Or was it, looks like Strike, that is. London is now in a cover 3. Swing pass to Francis. Francis picks up the yard. And tackled by a gang of Knights. Looks like Nicholson and Shady on the tackle. 1-step drop here by Bettix. Pass and catch. 3rd and inches. No huddle. It's Carolina. Bettix getting pressured. Another reception across the middle of the field. They're going no huddle once again. And I'm trying to get this receiver who caught the last 2 passes. Looks like Tristan Decesis. And there's pressure again, and Francis with the reception. He picks up 4 yards. 33 seconds left in the game. Carolina has not spiked the ball yet, and they are in scoring territory. Carolina with the snap, and a swing pass to Francis, and he tackled across the head by Shady. Shady comes up with a high helmet tackle on Francis. Not sure if Francis went out of the game earlier today with a concussion, but if he did, he may have another one through that headshot. Carolina, 4 wide receivers. Francis in the backfield with Bettix, who's in the shotgun. 2-step drop is Bettix. He scrambled, going deep, and that ball is deflected away. This time on the pass deflection was Garrett Rowland Sr., the outside linebacker who had help over the top with Cain Vasquez. That does stop the clock with 14 seconds left here in the game. 4th and 7 is Carolina, and they do bring out on the kicking, on the kick team. I'm sorry, the field goal unit, that is, not the kick team, the field goal unit. Let's see if London can bring pressure and get a block here. And there's the kick, and Johnson with the kick. And the 43-yard field goal is good. We're all tied here, folks, with 11 seconds left on the clock. What can London do in 11 seconds? Here's the kick by Carolina. Ball returned from the 6-yard line. Daggs is hitting tackle at the 26-yard line. 7 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if London goes into a Hail Mary formation or situation here, or will they just kneel the ball and go into OT? Here in the SFL, if they do go into OT, the first team that scores wins the game. And London does not come out in Hail Mary formation. They do come out in a 4 wide receiver set, trips to the bottom of the field, and Godspeed is all by himself to the top. There's a swing pass out to Meyer to the top of the field, and London pretty much played it safe, and he stepped out of bounds with 2 seconds left on the clock.
Let's go.
2 seconds left here in regulation. 4 wide receiver set are the London Knights. Michael Bettix in the Michael Martin in the shotgun all by himself. Empty formation. There's an out route to Godspeed, and he's out of bounds. And we're going into overtime. 13-13 all. Get set and ready for the coin toss. Carolina calls it in the air. They choose tails, and the Knights win the toss. They're going to receive. The Skyhawks is going to defend the North goal. They're going to kick it off to London. Let's see if London still have that momentum going for themselves as they have had going for them all of the entirety of the fourth quarter. Other SFL action, 1 minute and 57 seconds left. Tallahassee versus Queen City, and Tallahassee is up 38-17. And there's a spin move by Daggs, and why did he stop and hesitate? He had nothing but open room ahead of him. If he wouldn't have hesitated and tried to do whatever he was doing, he could have had that return for a touchdown. Not sure why he did a hesitation as if he was playing basketball and doing a hesitation crossover. But if he wouldn't have hesitated, man, he had nothing but open ground in front of him. London comes out 4 wide receivers. Handoff to Meyer, who picks up nothing on the carry. Stopped and tackled at the line of scrimmage by Hall. Theo Hall, the outside linebacker, has been putting in work all game long for the Skyhawks, giving nightmares to the offensive line of the London Knights. Weak formation is London, 3 wide receivers spread. Martin on a 2-step drop, going deep to Godspeed. That pass is tipped. Actually, it was for Jones. Jones has been targeted 6 times, but only has 3 receptions this game. Trips to the bottom of the feed is London. Meyer in the backfield. Godspeed to the top, all by himself. And Martin's on a 3-step drop going towards Godspeed. And he caught it. He caught it and out of bounds. 1st and 10 is London. Godspeed is jawing to the to the replacements of Carolina on the sideline. And Martin shows great pose here as he sits in and throws a strike to a deep outright to Godspeed. Here's a look at Martin as he brings his troop to the line of scrimmage. Martin goes underneath the center this time, not in the shotgun. Single back ace formation, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Godspeed to the top of the field. Martin goes across the middle to Jones, and Jones makes a reception and picks up the 1st down. This London defense is moving the ball pretty swell here in overtime, as they has done all of the 4th quarter as well. Three wide receiver, Godspeed to the top. And Pierre Luyandola is playing off 10 yards. Not sure why. But here's a handoff to Meyer, who picks up 3 yards in the carry. And Meyer is brought down by, looks like Boat coming up from the secondary to make a tackle on the halfback. As someone asks in the chat, is it sudden death? Yes, it is sudden death. First team score wins the ball game. London is in scoring position. They're at Carolina's 33-yard line. 3 wide receivers for the London Knights. Godspeed to the top of the field, out route, and Godspeed makes the reception, but he's out of bounds after picking up 3 yards on the play. Third and 2 for the London Knights at the Carolina 28-yard line. There's another look at Godspeed, who has been productive this game. Mostly here in the 4th quarter and putting in work. There's a snap to Martin. Going across the middle of the field, which was dangerous. And that pass is caught by the tight end, Charlie Palmer. And they're knocking on the door at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Knights. This Carolina defense is just giving up pass after pass to the Knights. And why? Why this? Why are you going for the field goal on 1st down? Why? London brings out the field goal unit, and this could be dangerous. It could be blocked, or it could be missed. There's the fumble on the snap, and his snap is down, and the kick is good, and the London Knights win this ball game in overtime on a 34-yard field goal by Zach Dads. Now that's it, folks. Carolina wins it 16-13 for the London Knights over the Carolina Skyhawks. I was your play-by-play commentator, Damon Simeon, signing out, and good night here from SFL headquarters. Zach Dads. Now that's it, folks. Carolina wins it 16-13 for the London Knights over the Carolina Skyhawks. I was your play-by-play commentator, Damon Simeon, signing out, and good night here from SFL headquarters. Zach Dads. Now that's it, folks. Carolina wins it 16-13 for the London Knights over the Carolina Skyhawks. I was your play-by-play commentator, Damon Simeon, signing out, and good night here from SFL headquarters. Zach Dads. Now that's it, folks. Carolina wins it 16-13 for the London Knights over the Carolina Skyhawks. I was your play-by-play commentator, Damon Simeon, signing out, and good night here from SFL headquarters. Zach Dads. That's it, folks. Carolina wins it 16-13 for the London Knights over the Carolina Skyhawks. I was your play-by-play commentator, Damon Simeon, signing out.